now. All right, cool. We got David in here. Sweet. So, yeah, did anyone want to kick it off? Questions, comments, concerns? What are you guys working on right now? David, was there something? I don't know if your
I'm
mic.
trying just to configure with the mic and my headphones.
Oh, okay. No worries. Cool. Let me see.
One thing I noticed about, I don't know if I can talk about this, but I want to talk about the CPM. I noticed fluctuating a lot. Is that normal? Like it goes from, if I go one of my videos, like it's getting a lot of views, and I notice the CPM goes from like, I don't know, 20, 130, and then drops down to 10, and then goes back up to 30. Is that normal?
Yeah. The CPMs, they'll fluctuate, especially since you're starting out. I would say once you get past that four to 6 month mark, because you'll have so many videos, it'll start to kind of normalize, but it still does fluctuate. Like on some of my channels, yeah, it'll go from 25 to 35. I would say a $10 fluctuation is actually pretty normal, but it should stay in that range once you have more videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. We got Natalie, Ricardo,
Hi.
Jacob. How's it going?
How you doing,
Cool.
Ryan?
Neil, how's it going, Jacob?
All right, so yeah, I've kind of run into a little bump in the road early on, thank goodness,
Okay.
with my team. So as good as I thought that things were gonna kick off, the video editor that I have selected, he is awesome at the actual editing aspect of everything, but he doesn't really have the grasp on the English language as much as as much as he thought that he did.
Yeah.
And then once his second script was, kind of transcribed and paraphrased, it was all over the place. So I had a discussion with him. I mean, I really like the guy and I want to kind of keep him as an editor. And he agreed, to go ahead and take $5 out of his pay for me to get someone else on board. Is that something that you would suggest doing, or do you think that maybe just saying, look, this isn't going to be a good fit, and try to find a video editor / script writer?
No, I would definitely go with that. I think it's smart to just, if you could get a separate person that'll kind of not necessarily write the whole script, but paraphrase a lot of it.
And transcribe.
Yeah, and maybe write a little bit of it, at least the intro at the beginning, just to really switch it up from the original video. Anywhere from like $4 to $7 per script. I think that would be smart. Yeah. Because the editor, I mean, if you really like the editor's work, then just let them be the editor. I would say for everyone in here, like when you're finding the voiceover person, maybe potentially, pay them a little bit extra if they could do it. So you don't have to get like a third person, right? So you don't have to get like an editor, voiceover, and a script writer, but sometimes you will have to get that.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. You're getting the third person, or you're paying?
No, I'm having the voiceover just paraphrase the script.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's easier. I know, because my team, the editors do paraphrase the script and then hand it off to the voiceovers, and then they kind of modify it as well. But I'm actually having my team switch. So the editors focus on editing, and the voiceovers, I'm going to pay them a little extra, like $4 extra per script, to really have them, make it unique and tailor it, make it original. So something that I recently adjusted with my business. So I think that's probably the better move. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Taking action, Neil. Sounds like you're, well on your way to have your channel up and running. So, has anyone hit the 1,000 watch out, or the 1,000 subscriber, or not the 1,000 subscribers, but the 4,000 watch hours?
I
I
have.
have.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
few people.
My video editor is sick, so I'm giving him the rest of the week, and then we can kind of take off.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know that does happen sometimes. People get sick. Well, in your industry, but
I know more than anyone who will get sick.
yeah.
Or so-called sick.
Right. So, and
Yeah, all good.
that's
I'm just glad that it happened before I basically launched. So
right. Yeah, and that's why, once he is ready or she is ready, get a backlog of like 2 weeks worth of videos before launching, so you have
right.
that ready to go. Cool, Carlos.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
How's it going, man?
So I have a question about the community tab because I showed you prior to the call a screenshot of how the second channel that I have is performing right now. And I noticed that, the top channel that is referring to, that specific channel is actually, one of the influencer channels that I was hoping that, my videos would start to get associated with. And I saw that their community tab is like, they're treating it almost like, I wouldn't say an Instagram, but they're putting a lot of memes, and they're like posting multiple times a day. And I know to prior conversations that we've had in the other group calls, you mentioned how with, the other particular niche that we were tackling, you want to use the community tab a little bit more sparingly. So I was kind of wondering, because I haven't even on the first channel really used the community tab like that, because I'm still like a little bit confused on how often I should be posting and what exactly is appropriate to post there. So I was hoping we could kind of go over that a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. So, like what, I guess, so did you want to use the community tab from your first channel to promote the second? Is that what you're saying? Or
No. I'm saying like how often, because it's two entirely different niches, right?
yeah.
The second niche, I just noticed that the person, a top influencer in that niche,
Oh,
right,
okay.
is posting like a lot more
Often.
than we've originally discussed. Yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah.
and on the first channel, I've only posted one community post because I'm like a little bit confused on how often I should be posting. Like if I should be posting the same days that I post videos, or do I just wait for the days that I don't post anything to post on the community tab? So that's why I'm like a little stuck there.
So as far as community post, like I usually do it on the days that I'm not posting a video to promote the video that I posted yesterday, right? That I uploaded the day before. So you could do that. I think that's appropriate. Sorry, there's a fly that keeps getting in here. So
Okay.
you could either do that. I mean, if you could schedule one every day, it's not going to hurt you. It's going to help, right? Because now you have a video. Like, let's say someone's going through the feed, you post the video at 9 a.m. and then you post a community post at like 12 noon, right? Now you're ensuring that they're going to see something from your channel in the feed.
Yeah.
So I think community posts are valuable. Like if you have the time, hey, the more the merrier. Maybe not 2 a day, right? Maybe 1 a day is appropriate.
Okay.
But I say at minimum like 3 a week is solid. If you could get 3 a week in there, you're good.
Okay. Perfect. Because I've definitely been thinking about that. And then also because I really like the format from the initial niche that we were tackling, which is how it has the poll in there as well.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about even incorporating that into, the entirely different. I think the structure just really works as well. So that's stuff that I've kind of been, like meditating on. Just I wanted to bring that to you and open it up. So but yeah, I'll do 3 a week. I can do that easily.
Yeah, and like what I do is on when I have time on, yeah, unfortunately my VA, we tried to have her do it, but she, for some reason, she can't get access to the community posts to schedule them out. But what I usually do is I'll take one day on the weekend for all my channels when time permits, and I'll schedule out 3 per channel for the week. And even if the future videos that I link in the post are unlisted right now, I still link them because I know they'll be public by the time the post hits. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
because when it's unlisted, you still have the oh, I see
Yeah.
what you did.
Yeah. So I'm promoting a video, like when that post hits, it will promote a video that will be public at the time, but just so, to get ahead. But for like the separate niche that you're talking about, your second channel, yeah, like formulate some questions maybe for a poll that would relate to that niche, right?
Mhm.
I'm sure there's stuff you could come up with, especially in that
Yes.
niche, so yeah, good question though. Yeah.
I want to kind of like chime in on that one.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm overdoing it, but I was watching somebody YouTube tutorial that's saying that community posts are really good because you get your audience engaged and allows you to bring a lot of subs into your channel. So I've been doing 3 a day, and I see a lot of engagement
Wow.
on my posts. I do a lot of posts
Is that on your first or second channel?
on my first channel.
Whoa, 3 a day?
3 a day.
Wow.
So
Okay, that's new.
I launched my video at 10 p.m. and then at 8 a.m. I do the first community post referring to the video that I launched the night before, and then I do another one at 3 p.m. and at 9 p.m. I think those are the times that I have, but I do 3 a day.
And
And
how's
those-
that been performing?
I get a lot of engagement, like a lot of people. I do the polls, and a lot of people are voting on it polls.
Oh,
So
Are you promoting on the second 2 posts during the day? Do you promote, which video do you promote? The previous night's upload still?
the day before. So if I launch my videos at 10 p.m. on my first channel, and then the first, hold on a second. What time is the first community post?
8.
So the first community post is at 8 o'clock in the morning. So the 8 o'clock in the morning is promoting the video from that I launched the night before. So if, I launch my videos at 10 p.m.
Okay.
And then after that, I have the next community post. It's a poll. It's at 3 p.m. And then what's the time again? Sorry, I had to ask my daughter because she helps me a lot.
8, 1, 7.
I do 8, 1, and 7. So the first community post is 8 o'clock in the morning and is referring to the video. And then 1 is talking about a poll. And then at 7 p.m. is talking about another poll. I'm just trying to keep my audience engaged. I don't know. It's working.
Hey, if it works, I mean, I guess I can't say, I've never tried 3 a day.
I'm getting like about an average of anywhere between 30 to 50 subs a day.
nice. And have
Wow.
you like tried running micro workers to that too? Or just pure natural? Oh,
Pure
nice.
natural, no micro workers.
Oh, that's
micro work as much as possible. I use it sparingly.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
crazy. I never thought of that because if someone clicks on your channel, they don't subscribe, they will possibly see your community post, I believe, in the news feed. Because that's what I noticed. Because like
It looks like Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. And when I go through my feed, because I've clicked on some of your guys' channels, I haven't subscribed to them, but I see your community posts, even though I'm not subscribed to the channel. So that makes sense on like, you can gain an extra 30 to 50 subs per day if you're doing community posts like 3 times a day. I mean, I never went to that extent, but that makes sense.
So kind of like marketing, the more people see how Geico got so big, they got so big because they promote it crazily. So I feel like I don't know, that's my perspective. I feel like I should promote my channel as much as possible. So I'm constantly, pushing content at the cheapest level that I can, and I see that it's working.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you're utilizing all the resources to the max. So because even for my personal channel, I would do not Instagram stories, but the YouTube stories. And I noticed I would gain about per month about like 300 subscribers just from doing stories.
I'm using Instagram for my first channel. I'm using Instagram and TikTok as well. I just created those.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got links on my Instagram and links on my TikTok going back to my channel.
Wow. Yeah. Well, yeah, if you utilize every resource, I mean, you're going to get results for sure. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Philip. Definitely something for everyone to consider. You know, I know a lot of people in here are just starting out with their channel. And I did mention community posts in the program, but yeah, Philip's, you know,
Carlos, you know my channel, so you can go and check it out and
Nice, nice.
get some ideas on community posts for your first channel.
Well, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. And I actually have not, because what you were saying actually kind of inspired another question. And like, I'm curious to know, like, you know how in Instagram and other social media platforms, like when influencer on the platform who has a lot of followers, who has a high engagement and all of that, when they like follow you or when they engage with your channel, how that kind of like, or your profile, like that boosts kind of like the engagement. I know for Instagram that actually helps you get more on their followers explore page and stuff like that, right? So I'm curious to know, because we were talking about influencers and stuff like that, and how that didn't really pan out too well for Nicholas in the other chat. But I'm curious to know if there's like a way to actually still use like maybe like those influencers, or kind of like create engagement groups the same way people were doing that with you know, with IG and stuff, but do it for YouTube, and maybe actually kind of try to create some organic virality through that.
yeah, no, there is viability to that method, like on YouTube. It just hasn't been, you know, heavily utilized yet. Like Instagram, we all see that, like every other celebrity is commenting on each other's posts. It's not them commenting as their social media manager, but but I do see channels, like I remember this one channel, like you'll see channels on yours comment every single time, right? And they always show up first in the comments section. So that is free real estate right there. If you could show up at the top of the comments, free real estate. Like I think I said, so I guess to your point, if you could, network with other people, or, you know, the group, what have you, and you're comfortable sharing your channel and like engaging with each other, I think, that could be a resource. Or you just go out and do it yourself to channels. Like I remember when I did that for my personal channel, I think I told the story where I commented on one of Drake's new music videos, and I sent like 300 micro workers to go thumbs up my comment, and it was ranked number one. It was ranked number one. I got like a couple hundred subs just from that. So
that's cool.
You know, you could do stuff like that. That's like special tactics that I guess I really didn't even think about in the program to add that in there. But that is a method. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you could go like in your niche, go comment on, you know, a big channel in your niche, especially for you, Carlos, your second channel. Go comment on some big channel, and then you could send some micro workers to that comment, rank it to the top. You know, maybe don't include a link to your channel in the comment, but make it a value post, so to where people are like, oh, who is this? You know, something engaging. You know?
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah. So
lots to think about.
Yeah, lots to think about for sure. And because you see those comments where it's like, it'll be like a joke, or it'll be something funny or a question, and it's like everyone's commenting on it. If you could think of something like that to comment, that'd be great. Yeah. So but awesome topics for sure. Did anyone else have questions, comments, anything? I don't see any hands yet.
I feel like I'll have more questions or comments once I launch the first video and just kind of see like what traction I get with that. So
Yeah.
either next week or the week following, I'll have a lot more to say.
Okay. Yeah. No. Have your editors started on? Oh no, he's sick.
Yeah. So I have the script with a voiceover person working on the scripts, and I'm kind of revising like the first 5 just so I can kind of get my hands in there as well, just like know what I want to paraphrase and how the kind of just transcribing looks like. So I'm doing that with her and then having her send over the audios pretty soon since she just onboarded yesterday. So in the next week, she'll be kind of getting all those together until the video editor is ready to put it all together.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be good. So for the niche that you're going into, I think there's some specific topics that you can cover right now if you want me to like maybe reveal some of those. Because
that's fine.
I was doing some searching, like if you're going to go, anyone in here is going into like the finance niche. There's still people getting thousands of subscribers from doing stimulus check update videos. I didn't even know that was still a thing, but like apparently, like there's lots of traction there. So if you cover that topic, it's hot, it's still trending. It's still,
I think there was like one stimulus that happened. I don't know if you're aware of it, like the 600 stimulus that I had no clue about. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that either.
Yeah, it's something to definitely consider if you're going to dive into that niche, because I was talking with a buddy and he was like, oh yeah, like he knows I do some YouTube stuff, and he's like, oh, I had a friend that now he's making like 60K a month he just does stimulus check updates. And I was like, huh, interesting. And I checked out his channel. Sure enough, he has like more subscribers than my personal channel. And I'm like, that's all he does is stimulus check updates every single day. And I was kind of baffled because I didn't know that was still a trending topic. I did a video, my personal TikTok account. I did a video and it got like 3.4 million, but that was back when it actually happened, when the stimulus check.
Okay,
so
cool.
Something to take advantage of, especially
That's
for
one topic. Yeah.
Hey, you do a couple videos on that, one, goes semi-viral or gets some traction in search, and that could set you up for success.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. And then for luxury, I know Neil, you were I think you were thinking about diving into luxury. I think it's going to be, I don't know if I touched on it last time, but I think it's going to be very important to dive into shorts and take advantage of luxury shorts. And I can message you and kind of, on Facebook to where to get some of those videos. But that's kind of what I see with those channels, and there's some taking off right now, and then kind of sub niching into a specific, like luxury watches or cars or yachts, being very specific too can help as well.
Okay.
What were you thinking now? Were you thinking any specific like sub niche within luxury, or were you just kind of gonna model one of the bigger channels?
That's kind of a funny question, because I initially was going to just sub niche into luxury cars, but then when I started looking at some of the other big competitor channels, I noticed that they were all over the place with the luxury niche, the houses, the travel, the planes, the helicopters, the cars. And I was just like, all right, well, why should I limit myself to just cars? And that's why I've kind of, broadened it, to, as much luxury as possible. But yeah, if I did decide to sub niche, it would be cars.
Okay. Yeah. And the reason too why I say shorts specifically for luxury right now, because previously it probably wasn't the strongest niche because there is a lot of competition. But if you can get some shorts to go viral, you'll be invited to the YouTube Shorts Creator Fund, which is pretty new.
They'll
and
pay
that,
for it.
yeah, and that could be an extra, 500 to 5,000 a month. I know someone in the group, their wife made a shorts channel. Like they made a YouTube channel, but it just had shorts on it. But her shorts got like 40 million views on one. And now just from that video, she's making an extra like 5K a month from the creator fund. So definitely something you want to think about for that niche.
I'm definitely making notes of that now.
Yeah. Because that's really like that niche it's definitely hard to get into because there is a lot of competition. But I think if you could stand out in shorts, it'll be easier to get into that one for sure.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
Ryan, I would like to be part of that if I can be part of it.
Yeah, for sure, Philip.
I still have my luxury channel. I need to bring it back to life.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that. Like, this is something that I recently was thinking about in the past, couple of weeks, like maybe reviving, one of my channels too in that same niche, to just kind of, get it going. I think the shorts is like really undertapped right now. Okay. So
well, let's do it. I mean, if you want to do like a little mastermind, mini mastermind, whoever's doing luxury.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And if you guys want some of my content, like I could create a drive with my own personal content that I filmed of like my buddies, Bugattis and this and that. Nice. And you could use them. And I'll, obviously I'm not going to like copyright. I'm giving you access. You're my clients and I want you to be successful. So I was thinking of that, maybe just creating a drive. You guys can all use some of the content that I've personally filmed that's luxury, just to help you out. Would that be something that you want?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Who else is thinking of luxury?
Yeah, I am. I'm pretty much ready to launch. So.
Okay. All right, Rick. Cool. I will. I'll start creating that folder.
Can I just ask, Ricardo, are you your own voiceover man? You have the perfect voice for a luxury channel.
No, I don't.
It's true.
I had the time.
Dude, you would be golden right there, man.
Yep. Proper accent right there. Yeah.
Please include me in the luxury too.
Okay. How's it going, Wassel? Yeah, of course. I'll put the Google Drive link. Give me some time. I'll start uploading those videos I have on my phone and just put them into a drive and you guys could use them. Totally fine.
Now, Can I ask Ryan, since I'm still working on the first 10 videos, do you think maybe going ahead and working on shorts before we get the 1,000 subs is okay? Can we just start doing that now?
Yeah, I was watching a video, and Philip, I don't know if you did some research too, but are they counting subscribers from shorts now towards monetization?
Yes, but the watch time hour takes longer.
Yeah, the watch time hours not, but the subscribers, I think they're counting it now. So
yes, I got a couple shorts on my first channel, and I'm getting subs on that one too.
Okay. Yeah. So yep, I would get started with those. Just obviously you got to be careful if you're taking the clips from someone else, because there will be maybe some copyright issues.
Gotcha.
I had this guy who reached out to me. He has a bunch of shorts, and he was reaching out for me because he wanted me to do, I guess, community shout out. And I was checking out his channel, and he's getting some subs out of the shorts. He does nothing but shorts. As soon as I find it, I'll share the link on the chat.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, because I haven't ever uploaded someone else like content, because when I see the shorts, especially in the luxury niche, it's re-uploaded content for sure, but I don't know the effects of that as far as copyright. It is such a short video that maybe it's fine if you add some text and maybe some music. I don't know, like right now that could get by, but if the actual owner of that content later on, like, I don't know how it works. So I would just play it safe. if you are going to take someone's content for luxury shorts, then you need to modify it for sure. Yeah. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Philip, on that?
I just, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking for the channel. I found the channel.
Okay.
I reached out to my channel because I want me to do community shout outs for him. He's doing nothing but shorts. He was telling me he gets a lot of subscribers out of shorts.
Okay. You put it in the chat. Yeah. Let me see.
How much would you charge for something like that? If you would charge at all?
Me or
I mean, I guess I'm just floating the question out there.
I haven't thought about it. The guy just reached out to me like this week asking if I can do a shout out for him. I'm like, well, I don't think my channel's that big.
Yeah. I mean, like if your channel has 50,000 to, 150,000 subs, I would charge at least $150 for a community post. But if it's, if your channel has less than 50K subs, then, maybe somewhere in that $50, $35 to $50 range, it wouldn't hurt. But I don't know, test the price points. You can, if someone asks you, you can just, throw the price out there and see what they say.
So I'm looking at my shorts on my channel, the analytics, and it says that I got 11 subscribers from that short.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. This channel, MMA Junction. Interesting. Yeah. And see, all of these clips are like not the original. Obviously the person didn't film these themselves. And did they tell you they're profiting? They're like actually monetize his channels.
I didn't get to talk too much about it. He just asked if I can do a shout out for him.
Okay.
And he asked what editing software I'm using for my videos. That's what he asked, and I replied back. But I'll tell him at the moment I'm not doing any shout out.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, pretty interesting. Try it out. I mean,
it's getting a good amount of views if you look at it.
Tons of views. Yeah, tons of views. I mean, these are all like other people's maybe TikToks or something like that. That's where the gray area comes in, right? But just know that, yeah, if you're just re-uploading someone else's content, that is copyright. So I would definitely heavily modify it somehow, some way, in some sort of commentary. Like if you're commentating on it or something like that, yeah, then you can do that. But yeah, so cool. Yeah, did anyone else have anything? I know we're just getting started. So who is ready, almost like, so Natalie, you have some people working on your videos already. Maybe you have a couple done. I forgot, sorry.
No, so I just have the voiceover girl that I onboarded a few days ago. So we're just editing the script, transcribing everything. So yeah, so I'm doing about like 8 videos, just transcribing them all alongside with her, just so she kind of knows like what I'm expecting. And then going forward, so once my video editor is back early the next week, then we'll start doing that. And he already created kind of like an intro, like a 5-second quick intro to put on like on the beginning of every video, just like as an introduction of like my logo, my banner, and kind of playing with that. So I thought that was nice, and he's super talented because I think that's the one I sent you. So looking forward to seeing what he can actually do. And he's already been inside like Doodly, and will you be using Doodly to then transfer that into Adobe Pro, just to cut everything. Yeah, but that's kind of where I'm at. So just kind of pulling what videos I want to basically mimic and alter and going from there.
Okay. So the process, like, how much are you paying your voiceover person to kind of paraphrase and edit the script?
7 per video.
7 per video on top of their voiceover?
No, in total.
In total. So they're doing the voiceover and edit for 7. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. geez, we need to fire some people on my team, unfortunately. Like, that is
Well,
crazy. Okay.
I mean, I promise raises in HR. Like I'm like raises
Yeah.
all the time, right?
No, and I think that's fair. I think that's fair. That's why,
Yeah.
because I'm talking with my team because I'm frustrated. Like, you know, when you get to, you know, 7 channels and you're trying to manage all this, and then something happens to where, you know, you have to, maybe you got to strike on the channel, you have to like come up with new strategies for the script. I'm in that position where I'm trying to see, you know, my voiceover is like, I'm going to pay them $4 on top of the $10 they're already making per script. And they're like, oh, that's not enough. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, it is, because there's people out there that will work for that. Like, no problem, you know?
Yeah. No, mine was, I mean, super happy about it.
Okay.
Even like $5 she was going to take, but since I just added additional like administrative tasks, I was like, it's
Okay.
nothing to me. Add
Where's it from, by the way?
What's from?
The guy you just hired. Is it from the Philippines as well?
Yeah, they're all Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Online
I mean, I
PH.
had like with the voice, no, not the video editor. When at first I thought he had to he thought he had to like recreate the whole video at first. Which of course to do that takes like hours and weeks on end to like manually do graphic design for it all. So he came back and he was like, that's like too little pay. I think I forgot what I was paying, maybe like $20 a video or whatever it was. And he said that was too little. But then once he realized that we were just using Doodly and just putting like snippets of different, you know, videos or pictures of, you know, finance related topics or whatever the topic could be for you, then he was totally fine with it because it's not that extreme.
Wow. Okay. So that's great. I mean, that's great to hear. Your costs are, you know,
Yeah.
costs are low.
Once it's working, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you sit next to your, I mean, not sit next, but when you're with your VO and you're kind of showing her, is it a her? Yes, it's a she.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're showing her like how you would do it, or?
Yeah. So I share my screen with her,
Okay.
and I kind of just showed her how to transcribe it. So I did like the first 3 for her. So I showed her how to transcribe it. I'm using Asana, so I'll just put in the details. And then I also just say like once she's done editing the script, just to drop the link on like the Google Doc, since we have like a shared Google Drive, just to drop the link. So I'll look it over, make sure there's, you know, it's all good. Or if I want to make any edits, and I'll let her know like what to play with. And then kind of go from there. So once that's done, we basically check it off. And then, like you said, drop it in the shared folder, and then the video editor can go in and pull it and then, you know, attach it to his video.
Okay. Okay. Do you think she's catching on pretty good? Like how, like when you pull the transcript, do you kind of like space out the paragraphs, like maybe every 4 or 5 lines, and then you kind of type out what you would say?
Yeah, I do. We've only gone over 2, just to give her like an example, like when I was onboarding her. I'm gonna meet with her actually tomorrow, so we'll kind of just see like where she's at. But honestly, like her English is like better than the one I showed you before, because like the other one kind of backed out because she had a full-time job, which is totally fine. So this one was even better, and her English is probably better than mine. So I don't know, I really like her, so kind of just see, you know, what the work turns out to be once they actually put something together. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, is just trying to pull the sample videos and then work with them. So, but I do like for the first, I edited my own for the first 3 scripts, and I did break it down like kind of every 4 or 5 sentences, just, you know, debate on the topic. And then if it's like the top 10, I break it down with each topic.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, no, it's just, I wanted to hear that because this is making me rethink kind of my team and what we have going on. Cause I pay them, you know, $50 a video. Like my costs are a lot higher than your guys's. So, I'm just but I'm at a point where I notice, because I've given raises and like, I just keep, you know, giving them raises and this and that. But now they're at a point where they're like not even delivering on time, you know, and I think what I'm experiencing is just this is business. Like people get complacent, maybe they find a different opportunity and they're just kind of like, this, job, like whatever, it pays me well, but I'm like comfortable. So that's kind of what I'm going through. So I need to
like the job itself is like very like methodical and like what's it called, like basically like cars where you just keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Monotonous, or monotonous? Yeah.
So like I get that, I guess, just like
Yeah.
from my career standpoint, but I also like spoke to like the video the voiceover person, and I was like, well, look, like in 3 months, 6 months, however this channel looks like it's doing and how profitable it is and what that looks like, could be like different opportunities for you. So if you wanted to like learn how to do Doodly, or if you wanted to like learn how to video edit or be like an editor and like take on those administrative tasks, like that's more like, I guess, career development, whether you think about it like that with your staff, especially because you have more employees than just some of us in here do with just 2. So I kind of brought that to their attention too, and that's another area of growth, monetary and just internally.
Yeah, and you're the expert on this. That's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because like you're in HR. So like, I guess, how do you keep people engaged and fulfilled in their roles?
Yeah. So I think it's more so that aspect, because like the voiceover person was totally fine with taking 5 because she's a stay-at-home wife, like taking care of her kids, doesn't really want to leave her house, rather just have something she can do on her own time. So I think asking those questions when you're in the interview process is huge too. And maybe that's not something you've asked, like when you were hiring them, like, can they do the work? Of course they can, right? But like, what do they value? And that's with every job, right? It's like some people value things completely different. Like I, of course, value the money, but I also want like work-life balance. And can I go to an appointment in the middle of my day, or can I go to the gym at 12 o'clock during the day, versus someone that rather have like medical benefits or the 401k is a little bit higher, like things like that. But for this aspect, since we can't offer all those perks, it's like, okay, well, how can I help you? Or do you need a new microphone, or how does it look like, or like what are your goals in 6 months, like where do you want to end up, or is your family going to do some crazy vacation? Do I have some connections I can help you with, or like what does that look like? And I also asked like my team for their birthdays, like once I'm hiring them. And I mean, I guess just because I'm personable and that's my career path, but I also let them know like I'm asking it for a reason, and I want to celebrate you and really embrace you, and I appreciate you. So just make sure that they know that at the time of hire. But also making those personal connections. So I want to get to know them. So in the interview, I'm asking about like their daily lifestyle and what they're doing on a daily basis and what that includes. And like the voiceover person like brought in her son and like said hi, and just like things like that. So I guess just getting to know them a little bit better versus like, of course they can read script.
Okay. Interesting. Wow. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that perspective. Because I think that's maybe the issue, because I'm having my director hire everyone. They know who I am, but I really like don't talk to the team. You know what I mean? Like on a personal level, like even if it is business.
Yeah, because like, I mean, even like myself, like I like my other, obviously W2 job, like the managers are interviewing, they're meeting them. But sometimes like there is turnover because maybe they didn't get that culture aspect, which in this case is still culture, right? Like you still want to be included and like valued and heard, and like know who you're working for. Because if I don't know who I'm working for, like that's kind of just strange. And I feel like a disconnect. So then I will leave, even if the pay is the same.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you for that. Because I think going forward, I'm going to clear out maybe half of my team. It's going to be a kind of a rework of everything, but I need to rehire, but I need to be the one with the final interview and kind of connect on that personal basis. Because maybe that's the issue, is like my team is not like, they're like this Ryan Hildreth guy, So you're kind of lagging.
So I think even that first touch, and then doing like a monthly check-in with your team. Obviously you have a big team, different businesses, and what that looks like for you, but even like a monthly call with your team on Zoom and just seeing how everyone's doing, and like totally non-work related, if it is like a bigger team kind of call, I think that keeps people engaged. So
okay. Are you using Slack as well as Asana?
Actually, they're super nice and they added me on Facebook. So they like pinged me in this little group chat
Okay.
on Facebook. And then we do Asana as well. And then email, I just email them out any Zoom links if, you know, we're going to meet for that week.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of just what we've been using. The editor really utilizes Facebook, and then the voiceover, I just onboard her. So I mean, she added me and I just let her know that was an option too. So we'll kind of just see how that works out. And if it's not the best, then I'll probably utilize something else like Slack.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. I think it's important for everyone in here, like, to really think about these things. It might not seem important now, but when you don't want to get to my point and deal with the issues that I'm dealing with, because sure, yes, the 35K is coming in, great, channels are profiting, but you know, how long can we keep our employees, our contractors, what have you, you know, doing great work, being engaged, you know, increasing their level of activity, increasing their due diligence, and like just being better for our, you know, for your business. And that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out now, because I'm, you know, 2 years down the road with it, experiencing things that you won't experience until you get that far. So if you get it right from the beginning, I think Natalie has a great approach with how she hires and just really getting to know everyone and checking in and building culture. I think that's, you know, it's just going to lead to more success for you. 100%.
I do weekly Zoom meetings with my team. So every Sunday we meet up around 11 p.m. Central Time. And I ask them individually how they're doing, how was the week. And, you know, we're just going with the meeting. It takes about an hour. And then at the end of the meeting, I ask them, hey, if you need anything, let me know. Is there anything I can help you to make your job better, to become successful? Because I understand that their success is my success. If they're not successful, they cannot make me successful.
Yeah, 100%.
Just my point of view. And also I believe in bonuses. So I haven't talked to them yet, but eventually I want to get to the point where I want to incentivize them by the growth of the channel. The more revenue we bring, I'm going to be able to give them bonuses as well.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's important too. Yeah, great. I mean, great info. This is like, you know, this is stuff that is not talked about much, but it's super important if you're looking at this as a long-term business model. So
yeah, I also asked them like what their career goals are, and like the voiceover person, like I said, it's like a stay-at-home mom, so she really wants to stay at home, versus someone that, like, voiceovers, if you hire someone that just wants it as a part-time job and they already have a full-time job, like, one, that's not their priority, and two, that's not like their goal aspiration. So even though they have the time for it, it's still like an extra, you know, like change in their pocket, versus like it's what they actually value and what they look forward to as like a part-time job.
Okay, so you align like when you're interviewing, you're aligning kind of what they have going on with and their goals with the job position. Like if they already have full-time, then
then it's not going to be their priority and something that they really value and look forward to. Because some people, like, look, if they don't have to work, then they enjoy their part-time job and they want to do it long-term. Like, you know, a rich stay-at-home mom might be like a long-term receptionist somewhere just because they like to do it and it's fun and they're there for like 10 plus years, versus someone that's like already has their full-time job and then wants additional income. They'll easily change that up when something better comes along.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Is it Natalie?
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, she's pretty much right, because I used to do the same thing when I was in the military. I was in charge of 20 people, and I was just, you know, every week we have a weekly meeting with my team, and I will find out what was their goals and where we're trying to go. And me as a leader, I had to help them achieve their goals, because I don't know, it made me feel good about it.
Yeah, 100%. Wow. Yeah, lots to think about. Because I'm gonna have a big meeting with my team probably tonight. So but it's cool hearing your guys' experience. Just you know, how, because you're in that hiring process, I might have to be back in that role now. So it's good to see kind of what you guys are doing different and kind of collab on that for sure. But yeah, anything else other than, I mean, so we dove into kind of hiring process, kind of communication with the team. Was there anything else?
Ryan, I have a question, Ryan.
Yes.
So now, once we hire our editors and voice crack, and you have a segment in your coaching videos about editing, scripting, training.
Yeah.
How do you share that piece of a segment with our hired guys? Or do you just give them access to the whole coaching video, the whole thing, end to end?
So I'm going to tag you in a post I just made, but I will add, I'm going to film an introduction video to that. I think that's what was needed. And in that introduction that I film, I'll add the link to the Google Drive with the editor actor training. But I just tagged you in a post in the group with the link to that Google Drive. So you could just give them access to that Google Drive.
Which is just segmented part of that training piece.
Yes, just that training piece for the actor and editor. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, because I wasn't sure if it was okay for you and it would be like violation of our agreement given the whole access, but you've answered my question. Thank you.
Yeah, no, someone else brought that up as well. So I thought, okay, yeah, it'll be easier to just make a Google Drive with it in there so that everyone could get access for their editor and actor, so you don't have to give them your login and password to the Teachable. So yeah, there you go. I just tagged you. Hopefully you see that in the Facebook group. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we got like 9 minutes left. Was there any last questions that any concerns, something you want me to go over before we wrap up the call?
No, I think like next week I might talk a little bit more like on tactics, similar to like what Philip and everyone else have been kind of using, just because I haven't launched yet. So I really haven't been able to like play with anything live.
Right.
So as of right now, nothing. Really just kind of hoping that my team does what they say they can do, and then kind of go from there.
Yeah. Once you have your videos up and getting them launched, that's the fun part, because then we could get into like the nitty gritty of like, how to go viral and this and that. There's so many different things we talk about and discuss. So I'm excited for you guys, for you and for everyone else in here. It sounds like you're well on your way, maybe a couple weeks out for some people for launching, and then for you, maybe a week or maybe a couple weeks. So yeah,
I'm planning like probably just to play it safe 2 weeks. And
yeah, for sure. There's no rush. But it sounds like everyone's going at a good pace. So awesome. Great call, everyone. Yeah, if you don't have any last questions, say it now. If not, yeah, we could wrap it up here.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, so I have a really short question. Actually, it's like right now my team is already working on the content creation part. I mean, they're making the first 10 videos that we're going to upload for those like 2-week backup.
Okay.
And right now I feel like super useless. I mean, I have already asked them if I can help them with something, but I mean, do you have any recommendations, like, I don't know, to watch some content or have any ideas? By the way, my channel is talking about personal finances. So I don't really know what to do right now. I feel like a vegetable right now.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. But what you could do is maybe get ahead with some of the video ideas, like in Asana. Maybe you get 2 weeks ahead, like past the 10 videos. I don't know if you've already done that, just so your editor and actor, like, they know what they're going to be working on maybe in the next future 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like past these 10 videos.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I think I'm gonna do that. But you mentioned about creating content about some things that could go viral. For example, the stimulus check situation. I like that part. I think I'm gonna do like a little research about it. But also, where could I find like more information in order to convert that into videos? Or I don't know. I think in the end, it kind of looks like we are going to reinvent the wheel just a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be copying channels all over the way. I think I have the feeling that personal finance information on YouTube, it's kind of, well, let's see, it's limited. So in order to perform better than the other channels, I think you will have to create new content from scratch. So I don't know if you have any ideas right now, I'll gladly I'll listen to them.
Yeah, what I noticed, one of the channels, Cass Gains Academy, it's kind of like a tech finance channel. What I noticed, because I copied their script and I pasted it into Google, and it was like a CNBC article. It was CNBC or Yahoo, one of Yahoo Finance. So he's basically taking just news articles online and kind of paraphrasing those. And I think that's an even safer method, because then it's not a video. You're not paraphrasing a video, you're paraphrasing a news article, right? And that person who wrote that article is not going to be like randomly stumbling upon your channel, you know? So yeah, it's kind of like one in a, 5 million, I don't know, however many finance channels there are out there. So that's something you could think about, is paraphrasing news articles online rather than.
So I think I'm gonna do that, especially because well, my video editor Jesse does good quality content, but he also asked for a $10 raise like right away, and I was like, okay, dude, you're good, but you're not that good. In order, so I think after the first 2 weeks of content, and once the channel gets monetized, I think I am going to give him the raise, but also I'm going to give him like a lot of a couple more tasks, for example, to help the voice over actor a little bit more, and yeah, this research part, I think he will have to handle that as well. Also, there's one thing that it's been, well, I've been scratching my head a little bit, because I made them to do like a 2-minute video tasks. So after the 2-minute video was like high quality content, but I think they are not fast enough to bring those 10 videos off before the deadline. I think they're moving a little bit slow. They're doing high quality work, but they're doing slow. I don't know how to help them to be even quicker. Guys, if you have any ideas to help these people to create content a little bit faster, your help will be awesome, actually.
Yeah. I noticed that with a lot of the clients, it's usually the first 2 or 3 weeks, the editor is just kind of trying to find the right flow of how to make these videos, right? Like how to structure, the images and clips and video clips on top of what's being said. So, give them a little leeway for those first couple weeks to find their workflow.
Okay.
But as far as deadlines, just having them stay engaged, maybe having a video due every other day, that could be something. Or like I have them 2 videos due Thursday, 3 videos due Sunday. That's another way as well. So.
Yeah, I already told them about that. I was like, hey, I don't know how your schedules and your lives are, but yeah, I really need those 2 videos before Thursday or at Thursday. Yeah, that was like, I think that's like the most important tip that you gave in the whole course. Yeah, it was like the game changer. But yeah. Well, I think that's basically my question. I think I'm gonna take some research on blogs and see what's going on with the personal finance environment. But thank you, Ryan. I really appreciate it, and thank you guys. Your questions and answers has been super useful. Natalie, I think she already left, but
I'm here.
Okay. I've been listening to you too. With all these advices about, basically building the brand and building personal, like some sort of relationship with your employees, and it has been awesome. I'm taking notes about that, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for listening. I love talking about it. So
yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Last question, Ryan. I know you're recording this session. Where do you see? Do you give us? Do we even have Are we
Yes.
allowed to access? Okay.
So in Teachable, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, like, are you logged in to Teachable?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see the videos? If you scroll all the way down to the bottom,
Record sessions.
yeah, do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's that. It'll be in there. I'll upload it
Okay.
tonight.
All
Yeah.
right. Beautiful. Thank you.
Cool. Awesome. And then Carlos, and then we'll do Neil, and then we'll end the call. Carlos?
All right, cool. So this is tying back a little bit to the question about content, but I have my own question because I'm at a point right now where I have like a whole playlist created around the tool that I demonstrated to you before, Jarvis.
Yeah.
And that playlist of like, I want to say 5 videos and counting, we have a few more coming. It was used, like the video scripts were done with the tool, right? And now it was all done by the video editor. They all, they got the hang of the tool. They got the hang of Jarvis there, I'm giving them like little challenges here and there, and they're coming back with good quality stuff, right? And it's very, very minimal supervision. And so I've gotten to a point, like I said, where I have a good amount of videos where I want to essentially turn those scripts into like a little ebook that, could help develop the brand that I could share, like in the product descriptions or something. So I already floated the idea to the video editor. I already asked them, like, would you be open to, taking the scripts that we got, that you developed using the very tool, right? And would you be open to kind of converting those into an ebook? And they said, yeah, sure. Like I would, like, they're down for that. My question is, how much should I pay? Like what would you recommend in that situation? Because I mean, we already have the content. It's just, converting it over. So how much should I?
I mean, if they could do it, I wouldn't pay more than $25 because you can get that done on Fiverr for like 25 bucks. I've done it before. You just give them the script and they make it super professional. These are like, they do this for a living. So they'll do it. They'll put links in there and stuff. So if anything, just do it on Fiverr just so you don't have to like overbear your editor with more work. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that'll be more cost efficient.
Yeah. Do you have a recommendation for someone on Fiverr like that?
I would have to
have a meeting. Bye guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye,
Talk to you
Natalie.
later.
Thank you. I haven't done it in a long time. Let me see if I could, like, I would have to scroll through my orders. I did this like 2 years ago. So, but you could find anyone on there with good ratings. I mean, it's, just see who you like, just kind of scroll through what their, the work they've done before. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Cool. Awesome.
$25.
Neil?
Yes. So my question has to do with the text overlay that we want to try to have on our videos. So when I look at a lot of cash cow channels, not just like within the luxury niche, I don't really see a lot of text overlay at all. So I want to try to, of course, incorporate text overlay so that it can protect the channel. How much do you think is I guess necessary? Just say for like an 8-minute video, 8 to 10-minute video. Right now I'm thinking just like having the text overlay at the beginning of like every topic that gets started. Like say you're doing a top 10, for instance, and you're at number 1, boom, you got some text overlay for that particular section, and then do the same thing for each section down to the last topic. Do you think that's just enough, or should I have more?
Yeah, I would put more. I mean, just to be safe, you could do it every 30 seconds. Just have the editor type out what the voiceover is saying for like maybe a sentence or two, just to kind of overlay it on top of the video that may potentially you're taking from somewhere else, a 10-second clip or shorter, that you're just using for commentary. just to be safe, you know, because like I had videos about like Tesla and Elon Musk on one of my channels, and we took videos from like, you know, another copyrighted source, right? This is a copyrighted source. I made sure it was 10 seconds or shorter, but then as my voiceover was talking, I like, you know, the text was like typing out kind of like subtitle, like kind of like a caption, right? But you know, that makes it more unique, you know, and it makes it harder for YouTube to kind of pick up and say like, oh, that's copyrighted.
Reuse,
yeah. So
okay. All right. So every like 30 seconds then or so.
Yeah, just to be safe. Just to be safe.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cool. Awesome. Well, all right. Great call, everyone. I got to get going. Wonderful call. It's recorded, so I'll be uploading it to the to Teachable, and then everyone can watch it. So
all right, thanks.
Awesome.
Have a great day, everybody.
Yeah, take care. Have a great
Thank
week.
you guys. Have a good day.
We'll talk next week.
Thank you.
All right.